All right, joining us now for more is Florida Congressman, member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Greg Steube. Sir, thanks for joining us today. So what do you make of the White House refusing to back both the FBI and the Energy Department when it comes to COVID oranges?
Well, they've gotten so used to lying to the American people that they just continue to lie. They know it came from the lab. They just don't want to admit it because Biden and his family are completely compromised when it comes to China. I was on the Foreign Affairs Committee last Congress. We released a report that it came from the lab. I actually think the question now is did China intentionally release COVID on the world, or was this something that accidentally leaked? This is something that I hope that, and I think that some of these committees on the House side will look into, but this administration doesn't want to get to the bottom of this. And now they're forced to actually admit that it came from the lab, something that the mainstream media criticized Republicans like me that pointed to that from the very beginning as a conspiracy theory and everything else.
What if there is reporting that determines that this was released from this laboratory as a bioweapon, to your point, deliberately?
I think I would not be shocked. The Chinese Communist Party is the #1 national security threat to the United States. I obviously don't have evidence that it was an intentional leak right now, but I certainly wouldn't be shocked that that was something. Look, you had Trump coming into his reelection. They hated President Trump because of the policies that he took, strong on China, would love nothing more than having somebody like Biden who's compromised in the White House. So it would not shock me at all. And if that is the fact, then this administration and our government needs to act accordingly. So does the rest of the world, quite frankly. So does NATO, the UN, the World Health Organization that's basically run by the Chinese Communist Party. We need to take a strong action against that type of release from the Chinese Communist Party, if that in fact is true.
Yeah, and of course concerns what if they're working on something else? Because as you said, they're a threat to us. China warning Twitter CEO Elon Musk against sharing posts that promote the lab leak theory of coronavirus. Congressman, what do you think they're trying to hide?
Well, I think they're going to try to hide everything, the origins of this. China will continue to say, oh, this didn't come here. That's just the Americans saying that, you know, the conspiracy theory on Americans and we don't like the Chinese. So they're going to the Chinese Communist Party is going to completely deflect on this. And they have a complicit administration that's helping them do it. Instead of an administration that cares about America first and that cares about the hundreds of thousands of Americans that died from COVID and wanting to get to the bottom of how it happened, if it was intentional or not intentional, and having some retribution and some response for it being generated from the Chinese Communist Party.
Congressman, I want to quickly get to something your colleague, as we pivot here. This is a big pivot, but your colleague Tim Burchett says that when the congressional baseball game happens this summer, he can hit off you without any problems. Take a listen.
Steube, you better get back because the skipper's been asking me to warm up, and you know I've got that 30-mile-an-hour fastball. But I'm still secure in my third-string position at first base, where I've rose to meteoric fame at. So Steube knows that, and he's my man.
Soft hands.
You know, he knows I can hit off him. That's the only thing that just throws him off. It throws.
Congressman, 15 seconds, quick reaction.
You got to love Tim Burchett. He's a good guy. I love having him in the chamber. He's a good colleague. And I'm pretty sure I've struck him out each time he's come up to the plate in practice.
Right.
Maybe we'll video it the next time, and then we'll share it with you guys, and you can post it.
I'm glad. He mentioned that was this morning, by the way. And everyone at home, you know, we know that you're still recovering, but you look great.
Yes.
And we wish you the best as you continue after falling off your roof. You were making repairs after that hurricane. We wish you the best, Congressman. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Florida Congressman Greg Steube there.